Ina was packing for our trip to New Orleans when she said, almost to herself, "Ah, so we're leaving Texas again?" I paused for a moment and looked at her. Her face carried the quiet wish to stay just a little longer. The journey that began at LAX had carried us through Arizona and into Texas, and somehow we were already past the halfway point of our 30-day trip. We weren't people who lived here, we were travelers, so I wanted to see one more thing, experience one more day before it was gone. But travelers always have to leave eventually. Even when you fall in love with a city, even when you meet good people, the day comes when you have to close your bag and get back on the road. That truth left a quiet ache in me. But I already knew that ache was simply part of what it meant to travel.
여러분, 우리 구독자님이 이거 보내주셨어요. 여러분, 이거 편지 너무 예쁘다. 어머, 이거 봐봐.
이거 다 이나네.
어머, 어떡해. 어머, 이거 다 보내주셨어요. 어머, 어떡해.
이나, 또 이나 위도 쏘니 러브 메리야. 이나네. 와, 이나 이거 좋아하는 거 어떻게 알았지?
어머, 이게 뭐야?
야, 두세나.
근데 이거 다 번역해보고 싶다. 어머,
이게 다 어디 거잖아, 봐라. 우리는 이런 거에 주고.
이거 봤네. 와, 이거 이렇게 보내줘. 어머, 어떡해.
몇 달러야? 이나는? 난. 여기 과자 들어가 있나? 초콜릿?
어머! 이나 너.
Yeah,
이나 초콜릿.
this is for you to buy I hope you find. Thank you, Melia.
이거 썼는데.
Thank you, chocolate. 티셔츠. 티셔츠 사라고.
티셔츠?
I was truly touched that you even thought of Sana, who is so far away here in Korea. Our sisters are receiving so much kindness and support, and all we can really say is thank you. Your generosity means more to us than words can express. We will continue to do our best to repay your kindness by creating meaningful and heartfelt videos. Thank you for being part of our journey and for supporting our family with such warmth and love.
여러분, 어머, 딱 맞아. 여러분, 딱 맞아, 이게. 어머, 진짜 이게 웬일이야.
이나는 옷 사입으라는데 옷 사입고
너무 예뻐요.
그리고 푸드 산 거야.
야, 이거 모자랑 이거랑 너무 잘 어울리는데?
Thank you, 멜리야.
멜리야, 땡큐. 어떡해. 그리고 이거 너무 감사해요. 이게 저번에도 이렇게 다 돈 넣어줘서 보내주시고. 야,
이거 뺏지 마라, 그냥 이거.
그거 왜 또 잠깐 우리 사야지. 내가 나라.
마음에 드는 셔츠를 사라해서.
그래, 너한테는 자유를 주는구나. 어머.
그래?
귀엽다.
뺏지 마고.
알았어. 아니 그냥 보자고. 너무 예쁘다.
초콜릿 세자매.
어.
우리 세자매. 언니 하나, 이나 세나.
우와. 옷까지. 뭐 초콜릿 먹는 거야 지금? 야. 또 하나 맛있는 거 먹었네. 이 비행기는 왜 지연이 됐을까요? 델타인데. 델타는 엄청 큰 비행기인데 왜 지연이 됐을까요?
Alci Andrea Alvarado Juan Carlos Alvarado Josefina Ayoki Ana Benzo
이나?
Bogina
아나?
Cortázar Patricio Espino José Alejandro
저 어디 말이야?
Alejandra
A few hours later, our plane finally began to move. The deep hum of the engines rose beneath me, and that impossibly heavy mass of metal lifted off the ground with a lightness that didn't seem possible. Below the window, Texas began to drift away. Long stretches of highway, fields of green, tiny houses, cars crawling like ants. The higher we climbed, the simpler the world became. Even the most complicated city, from this height, was reduced to nothing but dots and lines.
어떻게 먹어? 귀여워서 어떻게 먹어? 귀여워서 어떻게 먹어?
As we flew east, the landscape slowly began to change. The dry earth gave way to deeper greens, and thin threads of water started to appear one by one. And then, finally, the great river appeared, the Mississippi. I caught my breath without meaning to. Some sights can't be captured by the word beautiful alone. Seen from above, the Mississippi was even more massive than I had imagined. Its endless waterways looked like enormous veins exposed across the earth. The river seemed to wander wherever it pleased, yet it was always moving toward the sea. The swamps looked chaotic, and yet even within that chaos there was a quiet order, a way that life had learned to survive there. The forest stood in silence, and the sky held it all endlessly. I wondered how many people, over hundreds of years, had crossed this river, and in that instant another river rose up before my eyes, one from long ago. The Tumen River. I had always loved rivers ever since I was a child. In spring, I used to gather watercress along its banks. In summer, I'd dip my feet into the cold water, catch fish, and boil them into porridge. In the depths of winter, when the river froze solid, I would race across it on a wooden sled. That river had been my 4 seasons. It had been my entire life. But on the night I crossed the Tumen River, it wasn't romance, it was survival. The water, frozen black, wasn't beautiful. I had to cross it to live, and at the same time, it could have taken my life. That river had carried some people toward freedom, and it had swallowed others who never made it back. In the pitch dark, the water churned black, and beneath the ice I could hear a low, eerie murmur. Crouched on the riverbank, afraid even my breathing might give me away. The gentle river I once knew was gone. What stood before me now felt like a closed black door. Cross it, and another world waited. Stop, and everything might end right there. The same river had once frightened me to my core, and now that very same river was the one leaving me in awe. The girl who had once fought for her life in the black waters of the Tumen now sat by an airplane window, all these years later, looking down at this enormous river called the Mississippi. The same river, and yet history and freedom had completely transformed what it meant. Maybe that's why the Mississippi looked to me like the eyes of an old man who had witnessed too many stories to count.
Above the skies of Austin, the plane slowly rose. Over green fields, the roads quietly faded away. The highway climbed, Austin shrank to dots and lines. I leaned against the window, silently watching down below. And suddenly it appeared before my eyes, the great Mississippi twisting, breathing deeply through the swamps and pines. And deep inside me, in a place I had forgotten, an ancient river woke again, the Tumen River. Rivers were made to bring people together, but humans drew their lines, called them borders. Some rivers meant freedom, some rivers meant fear, but the water kept on flowing, just like it always did. Young, the Tumen was just my summer. Cool water on my feet, the scent of water, parsley, my mother's laundry in the breeze. But that night, the river was no longer my summer. It was a border I had to cross just to survive. If I hadn't crossed that river in the night, would I even be here now, up in the sky, flying over the Mississippi? In that one breathless moment, that freedom found its way inside me. The river never changed, it was my life that changed. The Tumen and the Mississippi soaked through everything I am. Now both rivers flow within me, and I'm grateful for it all. Someday may freedom flow alongside the Tumen River too.
Welcome to New Orleans local time. It's 5:28. Stay seated, seatbelts fasten until we get to the gate, and the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign. Be careful opening overhand bins to prevent injury from items that may have shipped during the flight. Now as we reach, we are expecting wheelchair assistance. Please remain seated and we'll inform you when it is available. If you have missed your connection, our other teams will automatically rebook you on the next available flight. You can download the Flight Data app to access, view, and make changes to your itinerary on any mobile device. And you can receive flight status, boarding notifications, and check baggage information. We sincerely apologize for the delayed arrival here and any inconvenience. And on behalf of your Los Angeles-based flight attendants, we thank you for helping us celebrate 100-year in-flight, and we look forward to seeing you soon. We'll be using a jet bridge upon arrival. It is final destination. Checked baggage may be claimed in the baggage claim area. If you have a connecting flight, your checked baggage will be transferred for you. If you need any assistance, let us know. We thank you for your cooperation and welcome.
미나 씨 기분이 좋아졌어.
여기에는 격려하는 것을 또 하루만 있어요, 여러분.
늘 격려하는 거지. 그래도 그때는 저거였잖아. 하룻밤만 자고 가잖아. 바로. 오늘은 하루 있고 다음날 가잖아. 내일
그래도
하루.
아쉬워. 그래도 아쉬워. 이렇게 좋은데.
후보라고 딱 쓰고 다녀서 좋다. 차에다가.
헷갈리지가 않잖아.
바빠? 생존 신고하느라고? 이 옆에 건물 봐봐. 거기 또 뭐지? 건물 밑에. 리얼리언. 아 이거 에어컨 좀 키면 되겠다. 여긴 좀 습하다. 근데 이제 키네 에어컨?
침대는 그래 2개네?
아 내 침대 2개짜리를 시켰으니까. 여기도 봐봐 세탁하는 게 따로 있다 이렇게. 여기 이렇게 전자레인지랑 있어서 너무 좋아. 미국의 호텔들은.
언니,
응?
한번 나갔을게.
빨리 찾아. 냉장고에 뭐 있나?
아유, 밥 먹자. 잘 먹겠다.
이나 씨
네.
지금 뭐 하는 겁니까? 대자로 누워가지고.
배가 팔심이 없어요.
그거 벗으세요 좀. 여러분 저희는 또 먹으러 갈 겁니다. 배가 고파서.
또 먹는 게 아니고 오늘 감기인데.
아 이제 먹으러 갈 겁니다.
아,
배가
공항에서 먹긴 해네.
그래. 아 진짜.
나 왜 맨날 조끼처럼 느껴지니?
햇살이 들어와 좋네.
가자. 어디 먹냐?
이나는 또 먹고 싶은 게 있어가지고 뉴올리언즈 여기까지 왔으니까 맛있게 먹어야지. 맛있는 거 먹으러 갈게요. 좀 이따 봬요.
남남하러 가야죠.
남남하러 가겠습니다. 남남 타임.